परिव्राजकाचार्य श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी महाराज जी के अभय चरण में असंख्य कोटि साष्टांग दंडवत प्रणाम करते हुए की कृपा प्रार्थना। Today is also an auspicious day because today, according to the ideas and understanding of the Vaishnavas, some devotees they are observing Tirobhav Tithi of Srila Narottam Thakur today. The appearance and disappearance of the Lord and His beloved devotees can't be limited to one day. Every moment there can be appearance, every moment there can be disappearance. So according to our Math calendar, it was on 18th, and today I checked from the calendar of some other month, it is today. So whether it is today or on 18th, both are possible because these great Vaishnava personalities, they are not limited to only one particular time, they are beyond time. So that's why, and that day we could not read the whole content, discuss the whole content about Srila Narottam Thakur. So we'll continue to read it today and try to take receive his mercy. That day we were discussing till when by the mercy of Srimad Nityananda Prabhu, Srila Narottam Thakur, he received that prem from Padmavati river, and then intoxicated by that love of Gaurahari, he could not remain anymore in his house. His mother, she tried to put him in the house in many ways, but nothing could work, and finally one day on Kartik Purnima, he ran away from his home with the desire to reach Vrindavan. Even though he was the son of a king, means a prince, but crying in separation from the Lord, as he received that love from river Padma. What is that love? Which was given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Separation. That love in separation. When a devotee feels that acute pangs of separation from his beloved Lord, that is what that kind of love which is more deeply relished than in union was kept by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for Narottam Thakur. As he received, he started to cry, and also he is crying for Krishna. When a person cries for Krishna, naturally he will not cry for anything which is worldly. Today we cry for the things, worldly things, because we are attached to the worldly things. So when naturally in this world nothing goes so smooth and fine, there are always some obstacles, some hindrances are always there. So our attachment gives us pain when some obstacle comes in the path of sense enjoyment. But when a person is intoxicated by the love of God, love of Krishna, and then now he starts to cry for Krishna, then the first thing which goes away is his concern for protecting his own body. I remember Srila Guru Maharaj was not eating anything. He is not eating anything for 1 week, and then disciples were very much worried. When they were worried, they want to make Guru Maharaj eat, and then Gurudev in a very grave voice he said, "What do you think? You people don't understand. There these things are not needed. Because when we start to cry for Krishna, we develop that love for Krishna, and we are only thinking and meditating in the holy name, then nothing from this world is needed to maintain." He was not eating anything. So because of his advanced age, when he is not eating, they are worried that he will fall sick, and they try to force him to eat. Then Srila Guru Maharaj, he says, what Raghunath Das Goswami had. We already heard about this topic from Pujapal Madhusudan Maharaj few days back. But the thing is, Srila Guru Maharaj says there, what Raghunath Das Goswami had in the whole day. There, these requirements becomes like minimal. You don't need. Like if a person who is starving, a person who is fasting, there is big difference. In this same way, a person who is worshipping the Lord, who is crying in separation from the Lord, like a child when start to cry for the mother, even though whole day he may play with the toys. He may be playing whole day with the toys and he is happy to have so many toys around him, but when he feels separation from his mother and start to cry, if we try to pacify him by giving some toy, he will just throw it. In the same way, the toy may be important till that time, as long as he don't develop that separation from his mother. In the same way, we can see in the life of Srila Narottam Thakur that he is feeling acute separation, grief from the Supreme Lord. So now he is not worried, he is not thinking anything about his bodily comfort. So without thinking anything, what he is doing, crying day and night, all day, all night he is crying, and then he keep on running. So, he keep on running for many days like this, and he did not eat anything, he did not sleep also. It's not that they don't have the chance to eat or sleep. Like Parikshit Maharaj, as he is observed in listening to the Harikatha from Shukadeva Goswami, after that he don't feel like he is not feeling that urge for drinking water or even taking rest. In the same way, always priority works. When priority is holy name, when priority is Krishna. One time I remember one of our god brothers, he was mentioning in near Chagda. In Chagdamat there was some problem. Some people they came and there was like some small disturbance. So one brahmachari was so scared. It was like an argument, some disturbance was there, like people, because of that West Bengal thing and maybe some communism kind of mindset. So what happened? आपको याद आ गया? So one of our god brothers, he went out for collecting daily donations. When he came back to Math, he found something is happening inside, and he got so scared, he started running. and he was running. He don't even know where he is running. He is so scared. Their fear is there. Fear is dominating him so much. And he even forgot that I am running with barefoot. After he reached that final place where he has to rest, he was so surprised, and he found that his foot was full of thorns. While running, he don't even know that I am running on thorns, because there he was scared. He was worried about his life. Once we have, our mind is on different direction, we don't even understand or feel any requirement for this body. So Srila Narottam Thakur, his main idea is to reach Vrindavan. His idea, his desire is to meet with the Lord. For him, it has become unbearable, that separation from the Lord. That's why he is running, and without eating and without sleeping. Body is made of these 5 elements, so everyone has same urge. So everyone needs food, everyone needs to rest. All these things are common in everyone, and everyone have these demands. It's not that one person wants ahar, nidra, vaimaitur, and other person wants something else. It's all about how we regulate, how we control ourselves. And there is a point where we don't need to control anything. Everything is naturally controlled because of developing taste for the higher object, that is Krishna and his holy name. So Srila Narottam Thakur, he don't have all these urges because he has that higher taste for the holy name. Srila Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, we heard from Srila Guru Maharaj, we heard from Srila Bhakti Gosai Maharaj, and many revered Vaishnavas, that no one saw him sleeping. Why? Body is made of 5 elements. Body needs to rest. But no need. On that platform, on that level, when one attains to that level, they don't need anything worldly for survival. Srila Guru Maharaj also hardly he used to sleep, because earlier he was the one who is doing all his things by himself, writing letters, not dictating, and others are doing nothing. He himself was writing letters to everyone, attending program all days from morning to evening. Everything. He was so busy all day, and then he has to chant. So practically he was only sleeping 1-2 hours like that, that's all. But he was never tired and never yawning like this. Never doing that. You remember when I come to Ukraine, I do 200 times. But no one saw Guru Maharaj doing like this. Even after not having sleep also, not having proper rest also. Why? Because they were never in this body. They were always feeling separation from Krishna. They are always feeling separation from Guru Vaishnavas and always engaged in their loving devotional service. In that state, nothing is needed. So Srila Narottam Thakur, he did not eat anything, but still machine is machine. At one point, it gives some indication. They were using the body is like a machine. And Srila Narottam Thakur, what happened? And also Lord himself want to indicate, to show Narottam Thakur that I am always there to look after you. Like Madhavendra Puri, not eating anything, not asking anyone anything. but Gopal brought milk for Madhavendra Puri. Because Lord cares. So when Narottam Thakur is running, at one point he fainted. As he faints, what happens? There appears a Brahmin boy with golden complexion. And what he did? He brought milk for Narottam Thakur, and he says in a very sweet voice, Narottam, drink this milk. By drinking this milk, what will happen? The boils which you have on your foot because of running since many days, everything will go away. And you can easily reach your destination. You can easily reach your destination. You can walk nicely. Then what happened? Saying this, the boy, he disappeared. And Srila Narottam Thakur was so tired. So he, after drinking the milk, he just slept under the same tree. And there he slept. And that time, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami, they gave him darshan when he slept. Sri Rupa Goswami, what he did, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami is rubbing his hand on his heart, on the heart of Narottam Thakur, and making him, feeding him the milk brought by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. That golden complexion Brahmin boy who came there with the pot of milk is none other than Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, and he gave it to Narottam Thakur. And Rupa Goswami, he feed him that milk with so much of affection. As Narottam Thakur is drinking that milk, all his pain is vanished, is disappeared from him. In Prem Vilas, in the book Prem Vilas, it is explained that how Narottam Thakur came to Vrindavan and took shelter in the lotus feet of Sri Lokanath Goswami. Narottam Thakur, he appeared on Maghi Purnima, and then he renounced this material world on Kartik Purnima. And from Lokanath Goswami, he received initiation on Shravan Purnima. On Shravan Purnima, he received initiation. Shravan Purnima Guru Purnima है क्या? श्रावण पूर्णिमा कौन सा वाला है ना? Shravan Purnima. On Shravan Purnima, he got initiation. Kartik Purnima, it's coming. When he renounced, and it took several days for him to reach Vrindavan, and after that, it's almost like 7-8 months later he got initiation, because Lokanath Goswami was not ready to initiate him. So we will hear about it. So Sri Lokanath Goswami, he is the direct, he is considered as the direct disciple and parshad of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And among Gaudiya Vaishnavas, following the instructions of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Bhugarv Goswami, along with Sri Bhugarv Goswami, Lokanath Goswami came to Vrindavan. Even before the 6 Goswamis visited Vrindavan, it was Lokanath Goswami and Sri Bhugarv Goswami who visited Vrindavan. Sri Lokanath Goswami, He was living in Brajmandal and performing bhajan with intense vairagya. And he was and he has made a vow that I will never make any disciple. I will never initiate anyone and make any disciple. Means he don't want to go for any kind of preaching. He don't want to sit and discuss with people and try to convince them or make them devotees, nothing like that. He is so happy in his own bhajan. He was very happy. So that's why he is more like an introvert personality. He is up to himself, enjoying his own, relishing his own bhajan. So he made this vow, I will never initiate anyone. But on the other side, Narottam Thakur made a vow that if I will take initiation, I will only take from him. I will only take initiation from him. So he approached him for asking for initiation, but his request was not accepted. He did not accept his request. And it's not true that he did not accept his request. It is his mercy on this world to show the world how great personality the world is going to see now. What kind of devotion a disciple should have towards his spiritual master. Not like our faith flickering or unstable like that. No. We should have strong stability of mind, and we should have that discipline, and then follow the teachings and instructions of Sri Guru. Lokanath Goswami says he don't want to initiate, but Narottam Thakur, he says that I will take initiation only from him. So what he was doing, we don't get it so easily. If we need to take initiation, means if we need to surrender to Sri Guru, we should learn to serve. Unless we serve, we never get the mercy. Mercy comes to those who learn to serve. That's why it is said that Vidi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya. Sevaya, we have to serve. If we don't serve, we get nothing. What we can pay is only thing that our desire to serve. How to serve? Not like doing some what do you call it? We have to do it with the mood of surrender. Then only it is possible. If not, it is not possible. So Narottam Thakur, he has gone to the extent that in the middle of the night, because Lokanath Goswami rejected saying that I am not going to initiate you, go. To attract the heart of Sri Lokanath Goswami, so to attract the heart of Lokanath Goswami, what he did, every day in the middle of the night when there was no one, he was going to the place where Lokanath Goswami used to go for his daily needs, like bathroom and all those things, and he was cleaning that place with the broom. He doesn't want to do it in front of everyone. Especially he doesn't want to do it in front of Srila Lokanath Goswami, because he don't want to make him hesitate, feel shy. So that's why when there was no one in the middle of the night every day, he is going there, cleaning that place nicely so that there is no dirty smell, and also cleaning the mud in the ghat, just to make sure that Gurudev, when he comes and try to wash his hands, he should find very soft mud. He should find very soft mud there. So which place exactly he will wash his hands, there is no guarantee. So he was cleaning the whole ghat, he was cleaning the whole area every day. And every day it's passing. And what happens? Lokanath Goswami one day, he started thinking that from where? It looks very different, it makes me feel very different. Not like every day. Someone is cleaning, looks like someone cleans this place every day. So now one day Lokanath Goswami, he is hiding. When we serve, our service definitely attracts. That is the speciality. I keep on serving, but there is no attention. Such thing does not exist. When we are serving, our service is being seen by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is noticed by Gurudev, is noticed by all our acharyas, is noticed by the divine couple, Sri Radha and Krishna. We should have the desire to serve. So after a few days doing like this, Lokanath Goswami, it struck to his mind that something is happening which is not normal. Like someone is doing something here. One day he is hiding and he is watching what's going on there. To his surprise, this one very young boy, he is cleaning all that area with the broom. He is watching what he is doing. After that, he just did not throw the broom like this. He is embracing the broom and thanking the broom, saying that anyhow I could not come in the use of my most revered Gurudev, but at least you could serve my Gurudev. So I am very happy to keep you close to my heart. Narottam Thakur, he has that mode. I could not serve my Gurudev, but at least you could do it. So whatever is used for the service of Gurudev and revered Vaishnavas, it also becomes very special. It also should be considered as very adorable. Like one time in Jagannath Puri, we were putting the mats for taking prasad. Then we try to do it with our feet. Like this also, when we put these mats, these carpets, when we put, we don't bend and then we pull. We just pull with our feet, because that is the nature we made in our mind. But Srila Bharati Maharaj, he was present in Jagannath Puri. When we were putting those carpets, we were doing with the feet. Immediately Maharaj stopped us and said, don't do it like this. This is not proper. Why? Because this is also very special. So thinking carpet, how it can be special? Because Vaishnavas, they are sitting on these carpets and honoring prasad, they are taking prasad. So this is asam, you should respect this. Many Vaishnavas, they sat on this. But these asam, they serve many devotees. So that's why you should have respect like that. So there also, Narottam Thakur is also exhibiting this pastime of giving respect to that broom which is used for cleaning that area. Anyhow, Lokanath Goswami, he saw this and he could not take it. He said, what is this? He said, who is that? When he found that it is Narottam Thakur, he said, why you are doing such a menial job, such a lower job, why you are doing? You are the son of a king, you are a very royal person, you are the prince, why you do all this? In fact, to see him like this, Lokanath Goswami was like, so he felt shy. And then Narottam Thakur fell on his feet in a very humble way and he requested him, saying that I am aspiring to be your servant. Please accept me in your service. Touched by the behavior, by the conduct of Srila Narottam Thakur, Lokanath Goswami initiated him that very moment. Not necessary that initiation should be on a specific date, specific time. That is not necessary. But that is applicable only in a very few cases like Narottam Thakur, Prabhupada, or in that higher cases. Generally, this is not applicable. Srila Bharati Maharaj also used to say, Vishvaso naiva, Nishvaso naiva, Vishvaso kadaruddho bhavishyasi. Any moment we may die. So we should not wait. We should not wait for taking initiations. We should not wait because any moment we may die. But it is applicable for the person who understands, who has realized this fact that any moment I may die. When I know theoretically that I may die any moment, but practically I don't know that any moment I may die, then it's not applicable. In the case of Narottam Thakur, in the middle of the night, there itself, Lokanath Goswami initiated him. He was so pleased. Like that. In Bhakti Ratnakar it is said, Henai samay Narottam tatha giya guru seva yathochit kaila harsha hiya sevaya prasanna haila diksha mantra dila Narottame kripar avadi prakashila. So, what happened? By this kind of conduct, Srila Narottam Thakur, he has given a message to these worldly people that how we should serve Sri Guru. How a person should serve Sri Guru is taught by Narottam Thakur in this particular pastime. Many people, they don't even know the name, full name and proper name of their Guru. Many people don't know. If you ask them what is the name of Gurudev, they think at least for 2-3 minutes because they don't know how to say and what is the full name and all that. And how such people will serve. Here, Narottam Thakur is exhibiting such a kind of pastime, such a kind of conduct, his own conduct, personal conduct, and giving a message to these worldly people that how a person should serve Sri Guru. In Bhakti Ratnakar it is said, and when Narottam Thakur he goes there to serve that particular place of where his Gurudev goes for his daily activities, he was very happy, very happily he was doing all that. He was doing not like, okay, I have to do, why only me, nothing like that. We do in that way, that why me? But Narottam Thakur, a personality like Narottam Thakur never thinks, why me or why not me? Their life is seva. Like for our most revered Srila Gurudev, we use this word Gurugata Prana. His life means only Gurudev and his service. In the same way, Narottam Thakur, his life means service and serving Sri Guru with full of happiness, with full of bliss, and then seeing his affection, seeing his inclination to serve Sri Guru, the heart of Lokanath Goswami started melting, and it melted completely, and he gave him initiation. The one who has made a vow that I will never ever initiate anyone in my life broke his words because he was so deeply touched by the conduct of Narottam Thakur, and there he exhibited the height of his mercy upon Narottam Thakur. किवा नव्य यौवन से परम सुंदर कार्तिक पूर्णिमा दिने छाडिलेन घर भ्रमिते अनेक तीर्थ वृंदावने गेला लोकनाथ गोस्वामी रिस्ताने शिष्य हैला श्रवण मासेर पूर्णमासी सुभक्षण करिलेन शिष्य लोकनाथे नरोत्तमे. This is what is said in Bhakti Ratnakar, that Narottam Thakur, what happened on this particular tithi of Shravan Purnima, he took initiation from Lokanath Goswami. Srila Narottam Thakur is the only disciple Sri Lokanath Goswami had. He don't have any other disciples, only one disciple. Like Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj had only one disciple, he never had any second disciple. He never initiated anyone other than Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. I remember one time someone was asking Srila Bhakti Rakshak Siddhar Dev Goswami Maharaj that we understand what you contributed, we understand what your God brothers did, we understand what Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada contributed, but we want to know what kind of contribution Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj had in our parampara. Like that. I heard like Srila Sridhar Goswami Maharaj was like not comfortable hearing such words, such a kind of question, but he answered in only one word to this question, that is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. The contribution in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj is Srila Prabhupada. In the same way, the biggest contribution, because Lokanath Goswami was sent to Vrindavan even before all these 6 Goswamis, he was sent to Vrindavan that you go. And then what he was his contribution? His contribution is Narottam Thakur, who later transformed the life of many people. In fact, one particular state in India, Manipur, everyone became devotees there that time. Everyone became devotees. After Narottam Thakur visited there, and then he was singing the kirtans. He composed all those kirtans from the Harikatha which he got from Sri Jiva Goswami and all other revered acharyas. And then he was singing and converted the lives of everyone and transformed the whole state into devotees. That is Narottam Thakur. He was empowered, he was given everything by Lokanath Goswami to do all this. So, Srila Guru Maharaj mentions here that Prabhupada also exhibited, Srila Prabhupada also exhibited the same pastime like Srila Narottam Thakur. Because as we all know, Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, he doesn't want to initiate anyone. He never wanted to make any disciple, so he doesn't want to give initiation. But Prabhupada also had this vow that if I become the disciple, I will become only his disciple. And he was repeatedly going there. Finally, he also attracted the heart of Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj and received initiation. After Rup Sanatana Goswami, when they disappeared, Jiva Goswami, he was made as the senior-most acharya, topmost acharya of this Gaudiya Sampradaya in Utkal, Gaud and Mathura Mandal, means Kshetra Mandal, Gaud Mandal and Braj Mandal, all three places. Jiva Goswami was made as the senior most, as the presiding acharya of this Gaudiya Sampradaya. So in Vrindavan, under the direction, under the shelter of Srila Jiva Goswami, Srinivasacharya, Narottam Thakur and Shyamananda Prabhu, they three got educated. So after they were trained very nicely, Jiva Goswami gave them those titles. For Narottam, he gave the title Thakur, and for Srinivas, he gave the title Acharya, and for Dukhi Krishnadas, he gave the title Shyamananda. He gave those names along to them and told them, gave them all the books which those Vaishnavas they have written. That time all those Vaishnavas, all those Goswamis and also Chaitanya Charitamrita, everything is handwritten. All those handwritten documents, all those handwritten books were given to them and asked them to preach. They gave them and they said, you go and preach in Gaudadesh. So what happened when this, as long as some other people kingdom was there, they were awake all night and somehow they were protecting that great treasure. But as they arrived in Virhambir, in the kingdom of the king Virhambir, all those scriptures were stolen. Because there was an astrologer in his kingdom, he used to tell the king that from this direction great treasure is coming. From this direction you will find money. So that day also, that astrologer told the king, a great treasure is coming to your kingdom. He could not understand what he meant, and then in the night he himself arranged it in such a way that all the things were stolen. Because they slept, understanding that we are under the kingdom of a Hindu king. And later, these books were returned to Srinivas Acharya and that news reached to Sri Jiva Goswami. And these books were stolen in one Vishnupur, and Srinivas Acharya himself took this responsibility to find these books, and finally he got them. But he told Narottam Thakur and Shyamananda Prabhu that whatever teachings you received, please sing them and preach. so that as long as we don't get those books back, at least I will try to find those books here. You people go and preach. So when Narottam Thakur and Lokanath Goswami, they both were performing bhajan, Lokanath Goswami observed that there is a soft corner in the heart of Narottam Thakur for all those worldly obligations, like some charitable mood and all, because he is the son of a king. He is like, by nature, he is very pious, very generous. He likes to donate all those things. So what he did, understanding his mood, he asked him to go to Keturi and he is in Vrindavan with his spiritual master, but now he was asked to go to Keturi by his Gurudev, that you go there. So Srila Guru Maharaj, he says, this instruction of Lokanath Goswami one is those who are one-pointed and exclusively renounced devotees of the Lord, those who want to be with the Lord and serve the Lord with one-pointed devotion. One is that, like Lokanath Goswami, he doesn't want to do anything related to this world and worldly affairs. He only wants to be engaged in his own bhajan. And other thing is to help those people, those who are averse from Krishna, and for their benefit. Another thing, because if Narottam Thakur goes there, immediately his personality can transform the lives of many people. When Lokanath Goswami saw that yes, he can do that, then immediately he asked him to go there for the benefit of those fallen people. Not that he saw something bad in him or something which is not very favorable for devotional service. What he saw, he understood that this kind of mood can help most fallen people in this world, because compassion always overflows from their heart. So that's why in this particular area, all those people, those who are averse from Krishna, they don't want to worship Krishna. When a person has a very dreadful disease, ordinary people can't do any treatment. If you go to some dispensary, some clinic, they can give you some first aid. They can't give you the treatment. So if you need a treatment, you should go to the specialist. Even though, like those who have done some nursing courses, they can also do some first aid, they can also give you some medicines like that. But if you need a proper treatment, proper solution, not temporary remedy, then you need to approach a very well-versed expert doctor. Like that. So in the same way, and also when there is a condition where the patients, they don't want to come, they don't want to go see the doctor, doctor mercifully goes there. So Narottam Thakur, his mood is so nice, he's so kind, so generous, that he always wants to help. When Lokanath Goswami observed this, immediately he gave instruction to Narottam Thakur to go to Kheturi, his family place. Why? Because if Narottam Thakur goes there, there is a great chance of transformation of life of people. Understanding the heart of Lokanath Goswami, even Srinivasacharya also advised Narottam Thakur to go to the place where instructed by Lokanath Goswami and told him to preach there. खेतेरी ग्रामे ते शीघ्र करी लगमन प्रभु लोकनाथ आके करण पालन. Srila Srinivasacharya Thakur, he says, you go immediately, quickly go to Kheturi and follow the instructions of Lokanath Goswami. What is the only goal for the jiva is to attain the loving service of Sri Krishna, nothing else. And if we are averse from this goal, this aim, then all these worldly things appear more pleasurable. To live in this world and to do something for this world looks very pleasurable. Like it is said, like you chastise your daughter to teach a lesson to your daughter-in-law. You can't directly chastise your daughter-in-law. If you do it, she will feel scared, she will feel offended. So, what mother does, she chastises her daughter, and it's an indirect speech, it's an indirect way of teaching daughter-in-law. In the same way, Lokanath Goswami also, he is teaching the worldly people through his disciple. Through his disciple. They don't tell directly to anyone. They only, if they have to tell, they put themselves there and then as an example and convey the message, or else what they will do, or else they will choose their very dear associates and then they convey the message to the world. So Lokanath Goswami also did that. It may appear like Lokanath Goswami says that you go, because he is asking him to leave from Vrindavan and go to Kheturi. So it's like, and also sending him away from him. It may appear like he is not happy, but actually it's a teaching to the world that if you don't have only goal, only agenda, that is devotion to Krishna, then you understand that you will have interest for all these worldly affairs. That's what he is saying. So, make sure that you have only desire is to serve Krishna, nothing else. Even though Narottam Thakur, he could not bear separation from his spiritual master, Sri Lokanath Goswami, but following the instructions and the orders of Lokanath Goswami, accepting them as his ultimate object of service, he came to Kheturi and started to preach Prem Bhakti. How? Through Sankirtan. And not only that, doing that, he liberated, he delivered many fallen souls. And he himself has written this book called Prarthana, and there he is expressing his heart, that what he is feeling in his heart. What he says, अनेक दुखेर परे लय छिले ब्रजपुरे कृपाडोर गलाय बांधिया दैव माया बलात्कारे खसाइया से डोरे भवकूपे दिले डरिया पुनः यदि कृपा करी ये जनेर केशे धरी टानिया तुलह ब्रजवन धामे तवे से देखिया भाल नातुआ परण गेल कहे दीन दास नरोत्तमे. What he says, अनेक दुखेर पुरे लय छिले ब्रजपुरे, after suffering so many miseries, कृपाडोर गलाय बांधिया, you, O Gurudev, very mercifully tied me with the rope of your mercy, and लय छिले ब्रजपुरे, pulled me to Vraj. You brought me to Vraj. But Maya is so powerful, Mayadevi is so powerful that it untied that rope and throwing me in this material world. And this Maya is throwing me in this material world. And now what Srila Narottam Thakur says, Puna yadi kripa kari ye janer kesh dhari, if you again become merciful and if you hold my hair, Taniya Tula Vrajadhame, if you pull me towards Vrajadham, then what happens? If you drag me towards Vrajadham, because if I try, for me it is not possible to come out from the clutches of Maya. You mercifully put me in Vrajadham, but what to do? Maya is so powerful. When Maya starts to act, when we don't want to be in the shelter of Sri Guru. This also we should understand. Narottam Thakur is not like that, but we have to understand through these kirtans, through these message. As long as you have an armor, you will not die, even though if someone will try to shoot you or do anything. You have an armor, but you foolishly remove it and then you go there, then definitely it works. So Maya is also like that. Mercy of Sri Guru is always there, but if a disciple does not honor that mercy given by Sri Guru and try to live a life according to his own understandings, then Maya Devi starts to put her impact, and then slowly the person will fall down. And who will say, we can't come out of the clutches of Maya Devi by our own efforts. Who has to help? Puna yadi kripa kari ejanere keshdari. Seeing my most miserable condition, when Gurudev will come and catch my hair and drag me towards Vrajadham. And that is also possible if we understand, then only it is possible. If we don't understand, then it is not possible. We may not be capable of saving ourselves, and it is true that we are not capable to save ourselves. But at least if we understand our miserable condition, and if we pray sincerely from the core of the heart, then Gurudev will pull us out from that adverse conditions. Like that. For that we should have so deep pain and also desire, strong desire. Save tabe se dekhiya bhal nathuva paranage. What he says, then only everything will be fine. If not, my life will be gone. Srila Narottam Thakur says in a very low voice. He is following the instructions of his spiritual master, but there is pain in his heart all the time. All the time. And he is always crying for his spiritual master. That is what he taught in his life. Anyhow, And this Narottam Thakur, his life is very beautiful. And Kheturi, when he was preaching in Kheturi, what happened there? He found 6 deities. He had a dream that in the house of one sheller, like a person who has huge rice market, in his market, in his store, there are like deities of the Lord. So he goes there and he wants to take them, but the businessman says there are so many snakes. How you will take them? He said, don't worry. He goes there and he found very nice, beautiful deities, and then they have a very big festival in Kheturi under the guidance of Jahannava Mata. And she is the one who installed the deities of Srimati Radhika along with all those deities of Krishna. So it's a very nice incident which happened there. And like this, there are many instances which happened in the life of Srila Narottam Thakur. Lord mercifully came there and after this Kheturi festival, the glories of Narottam Thakur are spread in all the directions. So, Sri Ramakrishna Acharya, Sri Ganganarayan Chakravarti, all these great personalities, they all came and took initiation from Narottam Thakur. And Srila Narahari Chakravarti Thakur, he has written Narottam Vilas, a book Narottam Vilas, in which the life of Srila Narottam Thakur is explained very much in detail. And if after reading that book we can understand how transcendental pastimes and the life of Narottam Thakur happened, can be understood. गेला हैते प्रियसः श्री गौर सुंदर क्रीडा आइल हैल सर्व नयन गोचर. So anyhow, there are so many things. We just remember him and pray for his mercy, that Narottam Thakur may give his mercy to us so that we can dedicate our life in the service of Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan. There are so many things written in the book, but it is not possible to read at the moment. Only we could read a little. Now we will read these verses from Srimad Bhagavatam and then we will sing Yam Kirtans. Om Sri Gajendra Uvacha. Om Namo Bhagavate Tasmai Yat Etat Chidatmakam Purushaya Adi Bijaya Pareshaya Vidimahi Yasmin idam yataschedam yenedam ya idam swayam yo asmat parasmatcha parastam prapadye swayam bhuvam yasvatmanidam nijamaya yapitam kachit vibhatam kachatat tirohitam avidyadrik sakshu bhayam tadikshate sa atmamulo avatu mah parat para kaleena panchatvamiteteshu कृत्स्नषु लोकेषु कालेषु च सर्वहेतषु तमस्मादसीद्गहनं गभीरं यस्तास्य पारे अभिविराजितो विभु न यस्य देवा ऋषया पदं विदुर्जन्तु पुनः को अर्हति गन्तुमीरितं यथा नटस्य कृतिभिर्विचेष्टतो दुरत्ययानुक्रमणे समावतु दिग्दृश्यवो यस्य पदं सुमङ्गलं विमुक्तसङ्गा मुनयः सुसाधव चरन्त्यलोकाव्रतमव्रणं वने भूतात्मभूता सुहृदः समे गति न विद्यते यस्य च जन्म कर्म वा न नाम रूपो गुणदोष एव वा तथापि लोकप्ययसम्भवायया स्वामायया तान्यानुकालमृच्छति तस्मै नमः परेशाय ब्राह्मणे अनन्तशक्तये अरूपायोरुरूपाय नमः आश्चर्यकर्मणे नमः आत्मप्रदीपाय